Hello and welcome to Players Guild Dragon Brawlers. My name is Loki. I'm the lovely archivist of our guild. I'm going to keep on going with that. And I'm joined by no one else but our guild master.
Hello, everybody. Scott Sedman, your guildmaster here. And yeah, today we're talking about the secret rares. We have 3 of them.
Yep.
And yeah, let's just break it down. Are they any good? What are they gonna do? Can they shift the meta? Well, we're gonna have a conversation about it.
I mean, secret rares by the design are very powerful cards because you're gonna have only one in your deck.
True. So yeah, and you know we've had some decent secrets. I think. I don't think anything's been too snapped for the longest of times. You know what I mean? But they've all been pretty good. They've all found a place or been a nice complement to a certain rogue strategy. You know. And so
nothing you can depend on because you can't ensure you're going to draw it in a game.
True. Yeah. Right. So let's talk about UR number 1. It's a secret extra card. I always like seeing when we get secret rare extra cards. It just feels special. Like the negative energy Dark Dragon Balls was cool.
I love that card.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Heroine's Lineage, which technically doesn't work as well anymore.
Yeah.
Like I like extra card secret rares. I think it's fun. So this is UR number 1. It's a free cost yellow, free specified yellow extra card with ultimate activate main / battle. If your leader is a Saiyan or Earthling card, both mono yellow. So that's pretty good, right? Like there's a lot of good yellow Saiyans, there's a lot of good yellow Earthlings. This can be applied to any. If your opponent has 3 or more energy, pretty early on in the game that you can activate this. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, switch it to rest mode. Play up to 1 yellow Sun Goku from your deck, hand, or drop. So basically anywhere that's not warped or removed from game.
Or the energy. Or energy.
True. I'm a horrible liar. I forgot energy existed. Shuffle your deck if you look through it. And for the turn, that card gets 10k power, triple strike, and dual attack. And it can't be removed from skills.
Yeah. So essentially it turns any yellow Goku into heightened mastery.
Which
is that pretty was solid. Dual attack, triple strike.
Which I think is a pretty strong card, right? Like, on paper, this is pretty good.
And
the problem is, it's a one-off.
It's a one-off, and especially a lot of decks are going to put themselves down to 6 life. With the announcements we had that majority of the tournaments beside the Nationals are going to be best of 1 pre-side. This makes it actually really scary for all the decks because you don't know when your opponent, if your opponent is on yellow, you don't know if they're going to have it. If they're going to have it, you can't very easily awaken because majority of those awakenings are going to be putting you down to 6 life. And then suddenly they bam, and then you might be staring at heightened mastery at a 45k dual attack triple strike. Because I think that is the point of this. You can use it on heightened mastery if you want to, and you get that additional 10k.
Yeah?
There are other targets, of course. But the card is definitely interesting. Definitely like the fact that it's activate main / battle.
Yes, like it's nice. Oh, surprise! I got you. Yeah, no, I think there's a place for this card depending on the deck you're running. It's not going to go in every yellow deck. It's definitely not that kind of card. But
you want to put it in a deck that naturally runs some Gokus.
Yeah. And to be fair, you know, like, because there's nothing stopping you. It doesn't negate the other skills. So if you found like a yellow crit Goku or something, like this doesn't have to just be you're gonna kill the game. It's just I'm gonna force you to stop.
Is there a Goku with offering?
SS4's banned.
It's
not mono yellow.
Right? Oh, it's also Goku GT. So.
Oh, true. Good shout on that. I don't know.
It doesn't say mono.
No, it doesn't say mono yellow, so they've got to be careful with the Gokus they print that are yellow, and you know. But I think there's uses for it. Obviously, it doesn't give the card deflect.
So yeah, but the card can't be removed from your battle area by skills. I think that's important. So it gives something better than barrier, but the deflect is still Yeah,
like you could counterplay it, right?
Yes, but then you can play something with a higher power or cost than the counterplay is affecting. There's only one card that could affect pretty much anything, and that's Royal Condemnation. Or Bloodlust.
Yeah, now that God Sealing's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I think it's a fine secret rare. I think it's the best secret rare ever got? No. Do I think it's I think it's a fun inclusion for, like you said, if you're running a yellow strategy, you've got that Goku in your deck. You know,
it's good for Goku's lineage.
Goku's lineage, this is a cool tech. Yeah. I'm excited to see what people do with it. And yeah, it's just a nice little thing to have. It's very thematic, obviously. And you know, a secret rare like that with Vegeta on it, I'm always gonna love it, right? I love the use of the gold here. Like, you don't really see Bandai do this, and just have like the block gold. So I think it does make it kind of a special card.
Vegeta got his own secret rare.
Yeah, it's not a god rare though.
No, it's not. But
next up, we have Android 21. Cell Absorbed, which is not her name. It is Transcendental Power Predator. She's not a violent predator now. She's transcendental.
Yes.
Transcendental. So yeah, take it away. Explain this card.
A multicolor blue-green, 4-drop, 40,000 power, ultimate, energy exhaust, deflect, dual attack, and blocker. This card is a 4-drop, 40k, which I just want to say is a huge power for a 4-drop.
4-drop, 40k that will land because it's got deflect.
Yeah. Permanent. Increase the energy cost of this card by 8 in any area other than the hand or battle area.
By 8?
Sorry, by 4.
I was like, are we
it becomes an 8-drop. It becomes an 8-drop. I'm wondering why does it matter it becomes an 8-drop?
So you can't search it. I assume. I could be completely wrong. I assumed that's why.
Yeah, no, that's a fair shout. But in battle area, it's still a 4-drop, which is funny. Then, when this card would be removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, if one or more cards are under this card, you may place all cards from under this card in their owner's drops instead. So yeah, one-time protection. And if your leader is blue or green, when this card is played, choose all of your opponent's battle cards and unisons, ignoring barrier, place them under this card, and for every 2 cards chosen, you may add the top card of your deck to your life up to 2.
So if you steal 4 cards, you gain 2 life.
Yes. Which is kind of, you know.
Life gain in Dragon Ball Super card game has always been very restricted and carefully measured.
This one is not very restricted nor carefully measured. You can be on 8 life and play this and be at 10 life.
Exactly. And I think there's going to be some very interesting strategies that might come out of this. I'm excited. I genuinely think this is a cool secret rare, right? Because you don't have to be Android 21 to use this. All you need to do is tap a green, which, you know, blue and green complement each other quite nicely. Obviously, the androids do fit into that theme well, but other colours have done there. We've seen the Namekians try it. We've seen Dr. Weira, which I think, you know, could benefit from this, right? It steals cards and then, you know, I don't know. I
mean, it's a dual attack blocker, so you can attack once with it and then still have a blocker going on. 40k blocker is nothing to scoff at.
I mean, pay 4, wipe the board is nothing to scoff at. I genuinely think she's really strong. The fact that, like, if you hit 2 cards, you're getting a life back, that's super cool. Especially in the new Android 21 deck where she wants to be at 4 life immediately. This almost makes up for that, right? Like, because you want to be down at 4 so you can get all your stuff and then you can start going nuts. So you claw it back to that 6, which I think makes sense.
It lets you use more stuff for your leader abilities. I get that.
I like it. I think
cool.
I think it's a solid secret rare. I think this is a secret rare that will be one to watch. Because I think if you're caught off guard by this could be a really nasty secret rare.
Agreed. And the final one.
And I think, without any arguments, this is hands down probably the best secret rare we've seen in a while.
Yeah,
I don't want to say a long while because I think there's probably 1 or 2 secret rares that we've got.
I think the
in
red
the-
secret rares were quite strong when they came out, just for the fact that they can burn for finish the game.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Golden Cooler Radiant Pride is a monster of a card. So, black, 8 drop, 40,000 power, ultimate double strike blocker. When this card is played, you choose all of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and send them to the warp. Then, your opponent chooses 5 cards in their hand, and the rest goes to Z energy, and this card gains barrier for the turn. This card doesn't have deflect, so you can still
try and stop it.
bloodlust it, or you can, rest it, etc. You might not want to do that one, but we're going to talk about that in a second. The fact that your opponent's left with just 5 cards in hand, if you create enough aggro early on, that's, they're going to have tons of cards in hand. They're going to be happy. Oh, he put me at 14 cards in hand. 15 cards in hand. Oh, no. Put 10 of them in Z energy. Oh, he charged my Z energy. Well. Activate main. Pay 5 of any color. If your opponent has 4 or more energy, play this card from your hand. Sure.
Fine.
Very nice, very cheap. Universal. You can use this in any deck.
Yeah,
and then
literally
activate...
no specified black at all on this card.
Yes. Activate main or battle. If this card is in rest mode and you place 2 of your opponent's Z energy in their owner's drop, switch this card to active mode. Not once per turn, not limit 1. It has double strike.
This card's amazing.
I'm just going to rip your hand open, and then for all the Z energy that you already saved, because that's natural for a lot of people, and you never know which deck is going to be running this.
Yeah, this could literally be in anything.
Imagine dropping this against Sin.
Yeah.
Who has like 6 Z energy all the time.
Like SS4 with its big ass hand, just like, all right, you go down to 5, and now I'm going to make you pay for having all that Z energy.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep on swinging. Because I can swing as many times as much Z energy you have.
Yeah. And you assume, right? So people go down to 6. So you only have to realistically get them 2 hits in. And they'll probably take 2 hits. Normally people are comfortable
with 4. I think very easily you can put people down to 4.
And then this becomes a real problem.
Yeah, exactly. Because then there's 2 hits from winning.
Exactly. So I think it's a really solid card. If you really want to get nasty with it, because again, it's not really color restricted, you can use in that crit freezer.
Yeah.
So you're at 4. I'm gonna swing. Okay, well I'll get 2 cards. So you swing, they don't counter you, and then you're like, crit freezer.
Yeah. And then suddenly they still have 5 cards in hand.
Yeah. And then they have to force to defend. And if they've, we know we're at a point in this game now where cards hand sizes are bucks. Like there's literally a blue Goku Z card that literally it doesn't seem like it'll get a lot of cards, but we've seen in tournaments that it will hit a lot of cards and force your opponent to rethink their strategies. So and then this is like that on steroids.
The fact that it just reduces the hand down to 5.
Yeah, I would have just taken that, right? That's like really strong effect, right? You get and the board wipe. It's also a board wipe.
Yes, ignoring barrier, sends to warp, not even to drop.
Which is what black absolutely 100%. Basically, if this card was legal for Battle Hour, I'd be playing Mechikabura Battle Hour.
Yes.
Because I can just go Mechikabura, ultimate, triple attack. I'll keep punching into you. You're going to take it. Cool. Here's Golden Cooler. Let's go.
Yeah. Golden Cooler for the game. I was surprised to see this card. I'm surprised at the power level of this card. We haven't seen that much power on the card. I know Invoker is coming back in this set, which we already talked about. So Royal Condemnation is an actual answer. It's an actual threat to this card. And the yellow is an actual threat to this card.
Yeah, because, right, switch it to rest mode, boom.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they have to use the activate main, but then you're still forcing them to...
Yeah.
Like, you force 2 cards to then switch it to active mode to swing, and then if they're using Riposte or something, because, like, they get to choose the cards they keep.
Yeah, but they
which
also...
I think, is important.
But early on, they don't know when this is going to be coming.
No.
From the moment you have 5 energy, it becomes a constant threat. If you're playing with a defensive deck that just swings with a leader and oh, I don't know, a 6-drop Vegeta, like majority of the blue decks, this is suddenly a problem. Right? I know you can't find this with the Vegeta, which is good, because this is black. If it was blue, that would be stupid, but it's not a blue finisher, it's clearly a black finisher. It can go in any deck, and it reminds me a lot of the... Actually, doesn't remind me much of anything, really, right? There was never this type of a bit maybe of the Shenron Ultimate or the Black Smoke Dragon.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, to me, I feel like also like the Kaioken Goku where he kept taking life to restand them, just try and push in.
Oh yeah, that 9-drop that said
Yeah.
you can't lose the game this turn.
Yeah, but like you go, oh, okay, I've used all my life to try and kill you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a really cool card in terms of mechanically. Now I get to gush about it being Golden Cooler. I really hope this means in the next set Golden Cooler's the leader, because
Golden Meta Cooler.
He's a little bit later. He could be a Z leader. He could be a Golden Z leader.
But I want a Golden Meta Cooler Z leader for the Meta Cooler deck.
Fine. But yeah, it's really cool. Prison Planet has not disappointed so far. The Cumber leader, awesome. We've seen now the Golden Cooler, and like the reason I assume it's Cooler leader, it's not baseless, is because we look at last set where we got Mass Saiyan. No, Berserk Saiyan? No, Evil Saiyan.
The Evil Saiyan, yeah. And we got Cumber.
Yeah, and we've seen it in the past where Bandai uses the black secret rares to tease
the black archetypes.
The next set, yeah. So I fingers crossed we'll get Cooler, or at least we'll get some more Golden Cooler cards that we can play with. Like, I'd be happy with that. But as a fan of this game, as a fan of this theme, this card is amazing, and I really can't wait to see what it does. Hopefully it does well in the meta. Not too well where it gets banned, because I need to play Mechikabura with this. Once I get my Mechikabura Z leader, we're laughing.
That's the thing. I don't think any secret, because of that ultimate keyword, I don't think any secret is going to ever be banned.
That's fair. That's an interesting take.
Because you can never depend on seeing it. You can never build your deck around the secret, save for that Porunga, but that Porunga was just looking everywhere, and there was still games where it lost when it was stuck in life. They needed to take absurd amount of damage, and then it could still be stuck as the last card in their life.
You know, that's a fair point. I can't argue with that. So yeah, overall, 2 great secret rares. One that I think has niche uses, but I think it's still fun.
It's cool thematic-wise, but it's not a great card, yeah.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't say it's great. Like, good? Sure. I have no issue saying it's good. But is it great? No. Is Android 21 and Cooler great? Hell yeah. Cooler, I think, is like... If I made a top 5 right now, Cooler's definitely in that top 5 for me.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Like, so, yeah. Is it good? At least Cooler is, and that, you know, 1 out of the 3, if 1 out of the 3 is always worth chasing, then I think that's a good success.
I think both Cooler and 21 are good.
Yeah.
Board wipes are always nice. Although 21 wants to...
really needed. Like, how many times have I come in and complained about Mechikabura just like, oh, they played a card with barrier, guess I lose. So now I can just like 5
you have one card in your deck that deals with barrier.
Yep. Yeah, I have. I mean, to be fair, I got Black Smoke now, which makes it a little bit better, but it's still like...
Yeah.
Like, it's not great though. It like doesn't do anything. Like, where's the Mechikabura? Look, that's a whole different video. Right. I might make that video at this point because like the fact that I still haven't got a Z leader for Mechikabura really upsets me. And I 100% will be bringing it up at Battle Hour, so if anyone from Bandai are watching this, be prepared. That sounded really threatening, actually. No,
yes.
No.
Don't be prepared. Let me ambush you.
Yes, I will ambush you with my heroes, Time Power Unleashed Mechikabura. That will like make this Z leader. Thank you. Bye. I've been Scott Sedman, Players Guild, joined by our archivist, Loki Smith. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you haven't already, Super Saiyan, smash that subscribe button if you aren't subscribed already. And we'll see you in the next video.